Welcome, movie enthusiasts, to a cinematic journey like no other. Get ready to embark on an adventure through the silver screen as we dive into the captivating world of movies. Grab your favorite snack, settle into your comfiest spot, and join us as we celebrate the art of filmmaking. In today's video, we are going to talk about
Avatar, directed by James Cameron, is a visually groundbreaking and emotionally resonant science fiction epic set in the year 2154. The story follows Jake Sully, a paraplegic former Marine, who becomes part of the Avatar program on the lush moon of Pandora. Controlled remotely through avatars, these genetically engineered Nausix human hybrids allow humans to interact with the indigenous Nausix population while studying the moon's resources. As Jake delves into Pandora's vibrant ecosystem and encounters the spiritual and harmonious Nausix culture, he grapples with the clash between human military interests, led by Colonel Miles Quaritch, and the Nausix way of life. The moon's resources, particularly the valuable mineral unobtainium, become a source of tension as the Resources Development Administration, RDA, pursues aggressive extraction at the expense of the Nausix sacred home tree. Neytiri, a Nausix princess played by Zoe Saldana, becomes Jake's guide, leading him on a transformative journey where he must navigate the complexities of loyalty, morality, and environmental stewardship. The film crescendos into a gripping conflict between the technologically advanced human forces and the nature-connected Nausix. Avatar is not only a technical marvel, employing revolutionary 3D technology and CGI, but also a narrative exploration of profound themes. James Cameron weaves a tale that transcends the boundaries of science fiction, addressing environmentalism, cultural clashes, and the consequences of unchecked corporate greed. The film's stunning visuals and emotionally charged storytelling make Avatar a cinematic experience that resonates on both an intellectual and emotional level. Characters. The characters in Avatar are not merely vessels for the plot, they embody archetypal roles that resonate with mythic undertones. Jake Sully, a paraplegic former Marine, represents the wounded hero who undergoes a transformative journey. His physical disability symbolizes vulnerability, while his connection with the Avatar program signifies the potential for healing and growth. Neytiri, the Nausix princess, is the wise guide and spiritual leader. Her character reflects a deep connection with nature and an understanding of the delicate balance of Pandora's ecosystem. Colonel Miles Quaritch, on the other hand, embodies the ruthless military-industrial complex, driven by a desire for power and resources. The characters collectively form a microcosm of the larger clash between exploitation and symbiosis. Objects and visual elements. The visual elements in Avatar serve as a visual poem, telling a story beyond words. The Tree of Souls, a sacred place for the Nausix, represents the interconnected web of life on Pandora. Its luminescence and spiritual significance convey the sanctity of nature. Home Tree, the Nausix community's central hub, becomes a symbol of cultural identity and resistance against human encroachment. The floating mountains and bioluminescent flora not only captivate the audience but also underscore the otherworldly beauty and fragility of Pandora's environment. The film's visuals transcend aesthetics to become a narrative language in themselves. Color and cinematography. The color palette in Avatar is a visual feast that communicates narrative nuances. The vibrant blues and greens of Pandora evoke a sense of life and fertility, emphasizing the planet's harmony. In contrast, the cold grays and harsh artificial lighting of the human base on Pandora highlight the stark contrast between nature and industrialization. Cameron's pioneering use of 3D technology enhances the depth and immersion, making the audience feel the pulse of Pandora's living, breathing ecosystem. The cinematography, marked by sweeping landscapes and dynamic action sequences, not only entertains but also reinforces the film's environmental message. Music and sound. James Horner's score in Avatar is more than a background melody, it is a sonic landscape that complements and enhances the emotional journey of the characters. The ethereal sounds, incorporating flutes and tribal beats, transport the audience into the heart of Nausica's culture. The use of traditional instruments and chanting establishes a connection with the spiritual essence of Pandora. In contrast, the mechanical and militaristic sounds accompanying human operations underscore the discord between the two civilizations. The sound design, including the ambient sounds of Pandora's wildlife, adds an extra layer of immersion, making the audience feel like inhabitants of the alien planet. Dialogue and symbolic language. The film's dialogue is a tapestry of symbolic language that communicates cultural and ideological differences. The Nausica's language, created by linguist Paul Frommer, is more than a fictional construct. It reflects a harmonious relationship with nature. The human characters often speak in terms of military objectives and corporate interests, emphasizing their utilitarian approach to Pandora. The language barrier becomes a metaphor for the broader communication breakdown between cultures, highlighting the challenges of understanding and coexisting with the other. Narrative arc. Jake Sully's hero's journey is a classic narrative arc with profound symbolic implications. His initial disconnection from his own body, represented by his paraplegia, parallels humanity's disconnection from the natural world. The Avatar program becomes a literal and metaphorical bridge for Jake, allowing him to rediscover his humanity and form a deep connection with Pandora. His transformation into a leader of the Nausica's mirrors the broader theme of awakening and the power of individuals to resist oppressive forces. The narrative arc transcends individual growth to become a universal metaphor for humanity's potential for positive change. Connection with historical or cultural events. Avatar draws explicit parallels with historical and cultural events, particularly the European colonization of the Americas and the exploitation of indigenous populations. The human military-industrial complex mirrors historical imperialistic endeavors, with the mining operation on Pandora representing the ruthless extraction of resources from colonized territories. The Nausica's struggle to protect their homeland echoes the real-world resistance movements against colonization and cultural assimilation. By tapping into these historical narratives, Avatar elevates itself beyond a science fiction spectacle to become a commentary on the consequences of unchecked power and the importance of cultural preservation. Global message. At its core, Avatar delivers a poignant global message that resonates on multiple levels. The film serves as a cautionary tale about environmental degradation and the consequences of unchecked corporate and military power. The clash between the Nausica's and humans becomes a microcosm for the larger global struggle between environmental sustainability and industrial exploitation. By urging the audience to consider their relationship with the natural world and the impact of their actions, Avatar transcends its fictional setting to become a rallying cry for a more conscious and harmonious coexistence with the planet. In conclusion, Avatar stands as a cinematic masterpiece not only for its groundbreaking technology and immersive storytelling but also for the depth of its symbolism. Through characters, visuals, music, dialogue, narrative, and historical parallels, the film weaves a tapestry of meaning that invites audiences to reflect on their relationship with nature, culture, and power. Its global message resonates across borders, making Avatar a timeless and relevant exploration of humanity's collective responsibility to safeguard the planet.
And that's a wrap, movie lovers. We hope you enjoyed this cinematic journey with us today. If you're hungry for more movie magic, click on the video thumbnail on your screen to keep the film-fueled excitement going.